Hello and welcome back to the jungle. Just kidding. I just thought I'd do that because we're looking a little cheetah-licious down here. All right, thought I'd start a little stupid this morning because we're talking about someone that is very stupid. Stupid parents. And yes, I'm a child-free person talking about stupid parents. I know how much some of you parents love that. What are you gonna do?
Not a damn thing!
You can't do nothing. But I think we're all gonna agree, child-free, with child, everyone is going to agree that this person is just dumb. A dumb, poopy butt parent. So apparently there are people that are upset when their child cannot get on a certain type of ride, like a roller coaster, because they exceed the weight limit. Now, if you've ever been to an amusement park, we've all seen the, you must be this high to ride the ride, or you can't exceed a certain weight limit, right? It's all very, very normal. You don't want some tiny flapjack looking kid that is like this tall going on some intense roller coaster. We also remember, and if you didn't know, but there is a boy that was allowed to get on some type of dropping type amusement park ride, and he exceeded the weight limit, and they said, no, get on there. You'll be fine. And he literally fell to his death. Don't look it up. The images are very horrific. Weight limits, height requirements are very important, right? So with all that being said, there are certain people, groups of parents saying, no, I don't like this. Not the fact that they are trying to keep our children and just people in general safe. I don't like the fact that they are telling my children that they are too big to get on a ride and they should be on the ride regardless. All inclusive. So let's read the article together. It was on good old Facebook. Publicly shamed. My teenage daughter was turned away from a water slide for being 5 pounds over the weight limit. She was humiliated. Her life was also possibly saved as well. I'll take humiliation if my life is about to be saved. If I had a child, I'd rather have their feelings get hurt and not go on a ride and walk the walk of shame back down that water slide steps rather than having them have fun while going down the water slide and then, ooh, there goes their body off the side and kaplat on the ground. Mr. Sir, with your face, his face already irritates me. Yeah, they probably saw your daughter and she was heavier and she's, I'm guessing, a younger girl, and she's a 200-pound young girl. With the whole thing of other young boy who was over the weight limit falling to his death, I think whoever had your daughter step her little feet on the scale was in the right. Andrew Batton claims his child was left in tears after being forced to step on scales in front of crowds at the Raging Rivers Waterpark in Grafton, Illinois. What is your guys' opinion on having scales right there before you get on the ride to make sure you're safe? I say go for it. I think that boy's life could still be here if there was a scale right there. They weigh him, they say, nope, sorry sir, you can't get on. Enjoy the other rides on the park that can hold your weight, and then he can decide whether he wants to go home, get dedicated, lose some weight in a healthy way, and then come back and ride the ride, and look at that. He would still be alive. I say put the scales there. Make sure that you have on your website that we weigh you before you get your ass on the ride because we don't want you to die. Be very open so that they know when they get in the front of the line, you're getting weighed. If you look heavy, you gotta get weighed. Honestly, if I was heavy and there was a chance that I could die because of my weight on an amusement park, I don't wanna be that amused to find out if I'm gonna die or not. I'm just going to get healthy and get to a healthier weight. He had taken his family to the popular amusement park in hopes of a fun-filled day, trying out the newest ride, the Mississippi Monster. Yeah, the other family wanted a fun-filled day at that fair, where their kid fell to their death because they were too heavy. But after queuing up for the multi-chamber slide, the dad claims his 13-year-old daughter, once again, who is 205 pounds, and I'm taking it that most of the family is obese because the dad looks quite thick, was told no and he had an issue. Talk about dumb parent. They're not doing it to humiliate you, but I would personally be humiliated too, but all at the same time, I'd be like, oh shit, that other kid fucking died. Let me get my shit together if I really want to ride the Mississippi Monster. Horrified, Andrew says he watched on in shock as the timid teen was weighed in front of other park goers without any forewarning. So they could have warned him, I agree. But at the same time, there's weight limits. There's weight limits, I get it, you're upset, your daughter, you feel for your daughter. I feel for your daughter too. I hated getting weighed. Like even in front of my mom, I just hated it. I hated the scale. It was scary to me because I was very insecure. But at the same time, I'll pick being insecure than falling to my death. Which one do you want? It's up to the parent to make sure to, like, if you have a heavier set kid, you know life is harder, you know there's weight limits, you know certain things can't handle their weight. A 13-year-old girl at 205 pounds, that's a big girl. She's got problems, she's got weight issues, she's got food issues. That's just the reality of it. And she's also gonna have issues about not being able to do certain things and not being able to participate in certain things as she did that day. You should know this as a heavyweight man yourself. Also, did they weigh the dude if the weight limit's 200 pounds? Because he looked like he exceeds the weight limit as well. I think he might be projecting some of his insecurities as well as feeling for his daughter, you know? The dad told KMOV4, the guy looked at us and my daughter and said, "You need to step on the scale." Probably didn't say it in the nicest way. Some people can be extremely, extremely rude. I feel for the daughter, but I would rather feel for her this way of not being able to ride than her falling to her death. A second kid gone because someone was too afraid to hurt someone's feelings. I'll hurt your feelings to save your life. Okay, this definitely did not need to be a story in my opinion. This needed to be a conversation with his daughter about, hey, let's start eating healthy together. Cause you know I'm a big dad, you know, look at this guy, girl, I'm gonna do it with you. We're both going to start eating healthier and then eventually we'll be able to ride that ride in a slimmer, healthier body. The newly opened Mississippi Monster has a weight limit of 200 pounds, meaning the teen was just 5 pounds over. That might be all it takes. I don't know. Would you want to risk it? Asking. Tell me in the comment section. Would you want to risk if you exceeded the weight limit? Some kid already died who exceeded the weight limit as well. You're gonna get your fat ass on there and try to get 30 seconds to 1 minute of fun and possibly death and giving your family a lifetime of just trauma from watching you fall to your death. I think I will take a little bit of humiliation for 1,000 points. But Andrew insisted there was no signage to indicate to inform guests for the maximum weight for riders. I don't care. Thank you for telling me, sir. I guess I will go ride the little My Little Pony carousel. I don't care if there's no sign. Thank you for telling me. I do not want to fall to my death. He continued, I was like, there's nothing on the media about that. Was this posted anywhere? He was like, we had some people getting hurt, so we're limiting the weight on the ride. And there you go. That's your second sign. We had people get hurt. What's the issue? You should be thanking this man. He might have said it rude, but you know what else hurts more than just getting your feelings hurt and a little bit of a rude tone? Having your body slam on cement. That's far worse than a rude tone and no sign telling you there's a weight limit. The disappointment that she felt by not being able to, she's gonna feel something a lot worse. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting. I just can't understand this blatant stupidity of getting mad at everybody else when you could have had a very positive conversation with your daughter about health. But that's what happens when parents decide to blame other people and not be educated on health before they have children so they can pass on having a healthy lifestyle to their kids. No, they have an unhealthy lifestyle. They blame everything else on everybody else. They'd rather have their feelings tickled and their ego stroked than listen to cold hard facts like people have gotten hurt who exceeded the weight limit. I don't even know where I was leading to this with this conversation, but the point is he just could have had a positive conversation about health and losing weight in a healthy way. The disappointment that she felt by not being able to ride the brand new ride was definitely overshadowed by the public humiliation and being asked to step on the scale. Then further than that, being told that you're overweight. Sir, papa, daddy, okay? She is overweight. She is over the weight limit. How else would you like the guy to say it? I'm sure there's a nicer way to say it, but no matter what, you probably would have been upset that he would say, sorry, you can't ride after they would weigh you. She knows that she's overweight when she steps on the scale and he says no. So it's either she steps on the scale, he says, nope, leave. And let's be real, you're gonna ask why after that. He will tell you, well, she's overweight, leave. So yeah, those are the two possibilities. He could have said it a lot nicer, but I'm sure it's hot outside, it's Mississippi, and it's some dude working a ride that he probably doesn't even want to be there. Dealing with a lot of people who have been in line for a long time and they just want to go, go, go. You're overweight, please move aside. I guess your daughter learned a lesson that day that your weight does get in the way of certain things, certain fun things. So what do you do about it? Blame other people? You just did that, she didn't get on the ride still. What else can you do? You can start getting healthy. That's the only solution. Or you can open your own amusement park if you guys are that rich. A health at every size amusement park. Everyone can ride at any size. And then you're gonna get closed because people are gonna fall to their death. Good luck with all the lawsuits. Andrew and his 13-year-old daughter, who are both season ticket holders at the renowned Waterpark, has vowed not to return. Good. You're probably wasting your money if you can't ride any rides because you're too big. Lose weight and then come back. You'll probably have a very good time. Despite it being such a source of joy throughout her childhood, the dad said the experience is something the teen will be discussing in therapy for years to come. So they can discuss that in therapy, but they can't discuss the weight issue. That's what I have an issue with too. It's like everybody wants to talk about, oh, I got trauma from someone telling me no, that I can't ride a ride because of my weight. So now I have to go to therapy for all the trauma from that. There's no solution. When the solution is literally like, right here. To have a company be responsible for such a massive mental impact on my daughter is tough. Tears wound up in her eyes. We as parents now have to undo the emotional damage that this corporate company caused us. Once again, blaming other people. I get it. It sucks. I had certain things said to me when I was a kid, but it did teach me that my weight can be a problem, and it's nobody else's problem except for mine and my parents. They, sir, did you a big ass favor. They saved your daughter that day. So she might have to go to therapy for this traumatic experience of a man saving her life and saving her from falling to her death, sure. But what about the weight part? You put her in that situation by not monitoring her food that she's intaking, that she obviously is eating too much of, as you are too. So while you're getting that therapist, sir, make sure to get a nutritionist to help your daughter reduce her weight so she doesn't have even more experiences like she did and she can enjoy things like water slides. Well, Raging Rivers has spoken out and they said, our goal is never to embarrass anyone, but we must look out for their safety while visiting Raging Rivers. Raging Rivers takes an abundance of precautions to ensure the safety of our guests while enjoying our slides and attractions. The new Mississippi Monster slide has a max weight limit of 200 pounds per ride. Signage is located at the base of the slide, alerting guests of this restriction. So father, papa, daddy, you are completely wrong. Can you believe this type of parents? He would rather put his daughter in danger and possibly once again fall to her death because she exceeded a weight limit to protect her feelings. That's where we are now? Honey, hurt my feelings. Tell me if I'm gonna die if I'm too heavy or too short. I'm very short. I don't go on these type of rides because of my intense fear of falling to my death. But can you believe it? We're literally in 2022 blaming an amusement park for keeping our kids safe. What the absolute fuck? I'm so curious to what you guys are saying in the comment section or if I'm being too harsh, but I personally think, sir, get over it and lose weight and get your daughter the help that she needs for her weight and stop blaming everyone else for your lack of care for your kids' health, idiot. I swear to God, if I was the owner of Rapid Waters, whatever the fuck that was in Mississippi, you're gonna get your feelings really hurt, but at least your kid didn't die. Okay, that's today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Was I too harsh? Because I'm pretty sure a death is a lot more harsh than I was. Remember, you don't have to be a size 2. Having big biceps to scare away all the boys is nice, but not needed to be healthy. But remember, health is important. Weight limits and height requirements are also very important. And teaching your kids about obesity, the risks of obesity, and how to have a healthy lifestyle while still enjoying some of the fun foods is also very important. All these important things that I want you guys to think about, that's your homework, along with watching every single video on this channel and my second channel. And extra credit, anyone want extra credit? Go follow me on Instagram. If you do all of that, you're gonna get an A+. You're gonna be a star student. No, you're gonna be a good noodle. I'll put you on the board. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't